Hi, this is Ross Jeffers from mobileburn.com and androidauthority.com, and here I've got the HTC Desire HD. It's the latest Android handset from HTC, running the 2.2 Froyo update of Android. I'm just going to quickly show you around some of the hardware and then move on to software in a minute. First difference you'll notice from the original Desire is the new larger 4.3-inch capacitive touchscreen. It's not an AMOLED screen like on some of the previous Desires, but it's still a pretty decent screen. At the bottom here you can see we've got some touch sensitive keys, home key, a menu key, a back key and a search key, and at the top we've got this earpiece grill with a little notification LED on the right there and a proximity and light sensor underneath as well. On the left side we've got the volume rocker here, simple chromed up and down volume rocker, and then this bit on the side here for opening this panel, which I'll show you in a moment. The right side is completely bare, as you can see. And the bottom here has, if I can get the camera to focus, a 3.5mm headphone port for any of your normal iPod or MP3 player headphones, a micro USB port for charging and data, and also this microphone pinhole there as well. On the top of the handset you can see we've just got a power button, which is just used for turning the device on and off and also sleeping and waking the display. On the back we have the 8-megapixel camera lens. You might just about be able to say it says it just around the outside of the lens there, and on the left of that we have the dual LED flash. Next to that we have the speakerphone grill for the loudspeaker, and then this chrome HTC logo, and it says down here, as you can see, this device has HTC Sense. Also you can see below we've got some extra logos for Dolby Mobile and SRS Wow HD, which are both sort of sound effects for when you're watching movies or listening to music, for example. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you the covers on the back here. The one on the right is for the battery, and the one at the bottom is for the SIM card and micro SD cards. So I'm going to start with the battery cover. You can see we've got this small indentation here for a thumbnail just to unclip it. And then the battery pretty much just falls out into your hand. There you go. It's a 1230 mAh battery, so it's got a slightly lower capacity than the original Desire's battery. And due to the bigger screen I would imagine it probably has a larger thirst than the original Desire, so probably not going to be getting any more than about a day's use out of this maximum, and this cover can be quite tricky to get back on, as you can see. The cover at the bottom, as I said, was for the micro SD card and SIM card. That slides off a lot easier, just pulled downwards. If I can get the camera to focus, you can see we've got the SIM card slot, just the SIM card slides in and out, and the micro SD card slot, which sort of actually clips in, as you can hear there. So it's quite nice that you can access the SIM card and micro SD card individually from one another and without removing the battery. So I've now got the Desire HD fired up, as you can see, and the first thing I want to show you is the quick startup feature. So if we just turn it back off straight away, there you go, power off. You can see it powers off quite quickly compared to many smartphones, so it's completely off now. And if we just press the power button again, switch it back on, and literally in a few seconds the phone is completely ready to use. Here we can access all our apps, we can access the phone module, literally we can do anything we would normally be able to do with the phone, all within a few seconds. It's worth noting, however, that if the battery is removed, that it still takes about a minute or so to start up, as it has done in the past. So it's only if you switch the device off and the battery's not been removed since that it'll switch back on quickly. For example, very good if you're going to the cinema or perhaps getting on a plane. I'm just going to quickly show you some of the new features that are found on the Desire HD. As you can see, once all these widgets load up, you've got the usual widget menu, 7 different screens. We've got this Leap View as well, which can be used simply by pinching on the screen. You can select a particular screen you want, so those are favourites. As you can see, we've got a new favourites widget though. This time around we have a list view, and next to each of our contacts we get the last piece of activity from that contact. So maybe a missed call or an SMS is the last thing we've had from a contact. It'll show up next to them there, or perhaps a Facebook status update or a tweet will go there. Moving on to bookmarks, nothing special there. As you can see, we've still got this nice view of the thumbnail view of the pages, and then if you press and hold here you can see we've got a different personalization menu. If we go back you can see we've also got a different button at the bottom right here which opens this menu as well. And from here you can add widgets, or you can change the skins. The skins being another new thing on this latest HTC device. If we just tap that, you can see we get a range of different skins, which actually changes the menu bar and the notification bar, as well as the background image. So let's just select, for example, this one, the wood skin, and you can see already it's changed the notification bar at the top and the menu bar at the bottom. Got a different background, and if we shoot back to the middle pane of the home screen, you can see the clock widget's even taken on sort of a wood effect. Also, if we select anything in here, you can see a little brown colour comes up around it, and again you get the wood effect top and bottom. Now, another interesting new application that HTC have added into the HTC Desire HD is this car panel application. And this basically gives you a range of large buttons to activate the phone's features without having to try and fiddle around too much whilst you're driving. You can access navigation, HTC's locations navigation that is, find different places or navigate to footprints that you've added. Or you can even just simply use the phone. So we just tap the phone button here. You can see we can use voice dial, dial recently dialed contacts, just simply open the dialer to dial a new number, or even access our favourites. So you can see we've got the contact images for our favourite contacts there, and we can just hit one of them just to dial the number. That's quite handy. You can also just simply back out and then exit that menu to go back to the main screen. If you want to use the location features, you can do so without the car panel, just by going to the Locations app here. And that brings up HTC's wait-free mapping. Basically, with Google Maps, you're constantly downloading new maps as you move through the map, but HTC's mapping actually stores the maps on the phone, so there's no wait. If we just show on the map, you can see where we are, and you can see we can just scroll around the map very, very quickly with no real loading times. Also, there's a compass mode, so as you turn the phone, it'll turn the map as well, so you know which way you're facing when you're trying to follow the map, which is pretty neat.